Hey everybody, thank you for coming out tonight for this very special program. Welcome to LACMA. My name is Matazi Weathers. I'm the Assistant Curator of Film here at LACMA. I'm gonna keep it really brief because we got a bunch of things happening tonight. We got music, we got film, we got a conversation. So we're gonna come back a little bit later and talk about the film. But I want to introduce right now the curator for tonight's program, our guest curator, Ashley Blakeney from Crenshaw Dairy Mart. And she's gonna talk about tonight, the performance we're about to see and everything. So here you go, Ashley.
Thank you, Matazi. Hi, everyone. Thank you all so much for being here. As Matazi said, I have more to say that we'll share before the film starts, but I just want to share a little bit about who we are as Crenshaw Dairy Mart. We are an artist collective and an art gallery that stands firmly at the intersection of art and abolition. And we operate around our core values of ancestry, healing, and abolition. And tonight is an example of all of our core values. We are so grateful to be in this co-presentation with LACMA, and especially to be in community with Matazi. I'll share some more about the film before we watch the film, but I just want to say a few words about the Don Brown Collective. If you have been paying attention to the Los Angeles jazz scene, then you have heard about them, and if you haven't, you are in for a real treat. This crew is on a historic run this summer. They have been performing everywhere, and they are both the now and the next generation of the jazz scene here in Los Angeles. So I hope that you enjoy everything that they have to offer, and we're excited to talk to you more before the film starts. So introducing the Don Brown Collective.
Everybody, hello. If you hear me, clap once. If you hear me, clap twice. I don't know why I keep doing that. It's really fun. It's like an elementary school thing. But thank you guys for coming. I'm gonna get into some music so we can save our time. Hello. Hi again. I want to introduce everybody before we keep playing. Over here is Wendell Phipps on keys. We got Mike Isaacs on guitar. Woo! We got Ronnie Hurd III on tenor. We got world-renowned Tatiana Tate on trumpet. Chris Poe on alto. And then we got Weldon Scott over here on bass. My name is Don Brown. Thank you guys for being here, even if you're just checking out the museum or coming around or y'all found out what was going on. I want to give a big shout out to Ashley Blakeney, the reason why we're here, Crenshaw Dairy Mart. They're the reason why we are here to play some great music for you guys, because there's a really amazing film called Tony Williams in Africa, which, who knows who Tony Williams is? Yeah, I love it, yeah. Well, there's a really beautiful film that you're gonna watch after we're done playing. But I just wanted to say, one tune that we just played was by Freddie Hubbard, but Tony Williams was playing in that group, and so we love that tune. It's called Bird-Like. It's a very, very amazing standard. Now we're gonna play an original piece of mine. This is my first time playing this out in public. Yeah, drummers write music too. Tony ain't the only one, even though I look up to him. I love him. This song is called Meltdown. It's me again. Hi. That was a tune that we love. Oh, what's up, Kobe? Nice to see you. It's so like amazing to see people who are in the community come pull up. Because anybody on IG could be like, hey, we're going to be there, and then they're out there. So it surprises me every time. That last song was called I the Hurricane by Herbie Hancock. A living legend, still living, which I'm hyped about. Hey, I need to meet him, though, so if y'all can make that happen, haha. My birthday's coming up, just kidding. It's early next year. Here's another original by one of the busiest guys in the group. Every time we try to rehearse, he's like, oh, I mean, you're teaching a roller skating course, or I'm flamenco dancing, or I'm getting special made shoes made for me in Italy. This is a tune by our very own Wendell Phipps on keys. Yeah. This song is called Recess. Um, so this is the sad part. Just kidding, it's not the sad part. But it's the end of our set. We got one more song. Hey, don't boo me. I didn't do anything. Well, actually, we got to give it up for the composer of Recess. The reason that I get to solo on stuff. Most people don't like drummers that much, so they don't write solos in. Or if it is, it's for like 2 bars, which is great. We appreciate what we can get. But Wendell Phipps on keys. I'm gonna go on this side for some reason. Weldon Scott on bass. This Weldon Wendell. Which, small side note, I found out we've been pronouncing Denzel Washington's name wrong. It's Denzel. No, it's Denzel. That's crazy. And he said it. He's like, it's Denzel. And I was like, oh, for sure. Just, yeah. Chris Poe on alto. Also, if y'all don't know, since we're here, these two got albums. Not together albums, their own separate albums. This man has like a plethora of music if you want to check it out. Weldon Scott. And then Chris Poe also has a plethora of music. He's crazy. Exactly. It's called The Search. If you want to hear his album, it's called The Search. Yeah. And then also, world-renowned, touring everywhere. Never at home. That's why we never could call her for a gig, because she's everywhere. Tatiana Tate. She's like, hurry up. LA's very own, Ronnie Hurd III on tenor. And we also got the exquisite Mike Isaacs on guitar. Yeah. No, he makes our life easier. You don't know how bad you need a good guitar player until you don't have a good guitar player. Or just not good, but just someone who doesn't shed. But he sheds. And he be getting us, bro. Before I fully sit down, my name is Don Brown. Why did they turn this? It's bright. I'm dead. What is it? Is it this thing? And this is the Don Brown Collective. We want to say thank you one more time before we finish this song. Shout outs to LACMA. Shout outs to Matazi for having us here. Shout out to Ashley Blakeney, Crenshaw Dairy Mart, and shout out to Tony Williams, because if he didn't play such great music, we wouldn't be here. So we're gonna play a Tony Williams tune that he sings on. I'm not singing. I don't have that voice yet. And I don't want to embarrass myself right now. But this song's called There Comes a Time. So we hope you enjoy. And stick around, because there's the actual screening of the film. Y'all gonna want to watch it. It's not just about us. It's about the film. It's about community. And exactly. And thank you guys. Enjoy. Chris Poe on alto saxophone. Also has an album. Who said that? Weldon Scott on bass. The one and only. Tatiana Tate on trumpet. Ronnie Hurd III on tenor. Hey. Mike Isaacs on guitar and all things crazy. Yeah, big Mike. Bro, buff as heck. And we got Wendell Phipps on keys. On both of them, not just one. Like, no, I'm not gonna talk about it. Thank you guys so much. Please stick around. Oh, I forgot. My name is Don Brown. I play drums. This is the Don Brown Collective. Also, I want to give a big shout out, I can't speak right now, to our manager and curator of our events, Abigail. Woo, 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 woo. Can you stand up real quick? Yeah. No, honestly, like, without her, we would not be on this stage. We would probably be doing a whole bunch of other stuff. I know you would be touring. You would be on everybody album. You would make hella soundtracks. You would also be touring. But collectively, she's the glue to this group. So honestly, we wouldn't work without the motor that is Abigail. Hey, gotta say it. I just play drums. That's it. Shout outs to LACMA one more time. Yeah. Shout outs to Ashley Blakeney, Crenshaw Dairy Mart, Matazi. Thank y'all so much. Don't leave. The film is about to play right now. Stick around, and stay warm. We'll see y'all soon.
Hello. Hey, everybody. Before we start to disperse, I just want to get us going into the film. We're going to do a little adjustment right now, bringing the screen down. I believe the lights should be coming up very shortly right here, so you can see me a little better. Oh, there we go. Oh, thank you. Yeah, My dad told me to wear this shirt today in honor of Tony Williams, so that's why I got this on. So I just want to welcome you all again. My name is Matazi Weathers. I'm the Assistant Curator of Film here at LACMA. We're just going to go ahead and start introducing the film that we're screening tonight. And this film tonight is part of a larger series called In the Mix, Film and Music. And in this series, we're exploring films about music and music in film and outside of film, performed live while we show films, after the films, before the films. So everything music and film is what this series is about. And it's been a really great pleasure to, sorry, maybe I'll do what Don did. If you can hear me, clap once. If you can hear me, please clap twice. All right, thank you. If you guys want to chat, maybe take it outside for a little bit, because coming up we have Ashley Blakeney from the Crenshaw Dairy Mart, and I want to properly introduce her. We've been working closely on this whole series of films that we've been doing since in the spring, and this is the final one of the series, and it's been a really amazing experience collaborating with the Crenshaw Dairy Mart on this series and being able to select a lot of films that are within our community here in Los Angeles and are also just really important and amazing pieces of art. So I know Ashley, she actually guest curated this whole program, so everything from the film to the wonderful band tonight. So this is all her authorship. So I want to bring her up so she could talk a little bit more about the film. And then afterwards, after the film, we're going to have a conversation between Ashley and Don from the band. So Ashley, do you want to come on up and talk about the film?
Thank you. That was such a sweet introduction. Thank you, Matazi. I'm a notes person, so I have notes, bear with me. And for those of you who have been here since the beginning of the program, I apologize a little bit if this will be repetitive. But as Matazi said, my name is Ashley Blakeney. I am Executive Director of Crenshaw Dairy Mart. And outside of my executive directorship, I am just a very, very big music nerd. It's my favorite thing in the world, and so this program means so much to me. I thank you for joining us all for this rare screening of Tony Williams in Africa by Willie Ruff. As I mentioned earlier in the evening, our three core pillars at Crenshaw Dairy Mart center around ancestry, healing, and abolition. And this program really and truly touches on all three of these pillars. Serving as the guest curator for this evening has been such an honor. I personally am a firm believer that jazz musicians were early pioneers of prototyping the abolitionist imagination. This is something I explore in my personal practice, and in our collective practice at CDM, we describe abolition as a dismantling of harmful systems and the imagining, creating, and building of new worlds. And I believe that jazz musicians are experts in imagining and creating new worlds in real time. Jazz has the ability to transport us from 1971 to 2031 in the span of one song, to hear sounds unknown and to bend time. And in this film, we'll witness the drum connect us to our past, our present, and our future in one sitting. This is the power of our spirit and our music. This film and program personally means so much to me because I grew up in New Haven, Connecticut, which is where Willie Ruff spent the majority of his life and his career. He was really dear friends with my great uncle, Reggie Jackson, and I actually had a chance to see the first iteration of this restored film in 2020 at Yale University, which is where Willie Ruff both received his undergraduate and his graduate degrees, and he taught from 1971 to 2017. Willie Ruff was a Renaissance man and truly held the spirit of a community organizer. In his time at Yale, he founded the Duke Ellington Fellowship for Young Musicians, where he sponsored and mentored students in New Haven public schools. Some of that footage you'll see in this film. And in 1972, he produced the Conservatory Without Walls, featuring all of the living jazz greats of the time, including a young Tony Williams and an elder Duke Ellington. I couldn't think of a perfect accompaniment for this evening aside from Don Brown's collective, so I hope that you all enjoyed them. And as we move into this film, I hope that you will call in an ancestor, call in an elder, call in a dream that you're holding close, and think of a new way to honor them. And I hope that you will stay until after the film to be in conversation with Don and I. So let's give the drummer some. Okay, cool. Thank you all for committing to this evening and being here with us. I really enjoy participatory conversations, so I have a few things I would like to discuss with Don, and then if there's time, I would love to just hear some thoughts from you all. Willie Ruff actually just very recently passed. He passed Christmas of 2023, and it felt important to have this conversation within an active, living legend, Mr. Don Brown. So I feel very grateful for this opportunity to connect our ancestors with our present. I also feel like with jazz in particular, we tend to really idolize our greats, and it feels really important to idolize and give credit to those that are working right now. So thank you, Don, for doing this with me.
Thank you for having me.
Full disclaimer, we are both Aquarians, and we are both yappers. So just bear with us, and if we might go in some circles, but we will try our best to come back to right here. So I think first and foremost, you know, all praise to Tony Williams.
Yes,
all praise
sir.
to Tony Williams. Tony Williams was really kind of discovered as a teenager. He started playing with Miles Davis when he was 17. And I know that we did a pre-screening, and you were saying that you couldn't really find a lot of footage about Tony Williams and like your studies. So I'm curious, as a student of his, was there anything new that you learned about him from watching this film?
Yeah, I learned just how honest he was. It's like you can see musicians kind of do something, and you're like, you kind of get this idea, especially with people you've never met.
Yeah.
And you're kind of like, oh, they're probably like mean or evil or like super serious or super this, and this. And then like from interviews and stuff that I've seen, I'm like, okay, I'm starting to kind of get an understanding, but like this really solidified the intention and just like the true love and relationship he has with these rhythms and drums, and like how it's more than just playing drums, it's a spiritual level. Yeah. It's like he's trying to speak to the people that he also has never met. So it showed me honesty and truth, and like how someone can be built with intent. And so I felt like that just really solidified it.
I love that. He was also 28 when they filmed that. That was in 1973. And so I want to talk about you, obviously, and would love to hear about your career. Like what brought you to drums? How did you get started? And especially, like, how did you find your people? How did you find your peers and form the Don Brown Collective?
This is always like funny to talk about because it makes me feel like I'm like 50. No offense to people who are 50, because I will be 50. I'll embrace it. It's a great time. So I guess like getting into music, it was kind of all around the house. So I spent a lot of time with my grandmother, because my mom right here, she worked a lot. She was like, hey, She was like, I'm gonna make sure you get what you need, and I'm gonna be working. She was doing school and a whole bunch of stuff, job.
Shout out to
it was
Mom.
crazy. Yeah, shout out to Mom right there. So I started with just listening to a lot of like jazz and stuff in the house, like, you know, also the cool, great stuff like Patrice Rushen and all that stuff, and then also my uncle played a lot of stuff in the house. He was like more of like a rock type of guy, so it was like AC/DC and like Iron Maiden and stuff, and you're just like, what? Like, that's black man listening to this? Like, this is crazy. Like, this is beautiful. So I embraced it. And then just kind of getting back to it, like my grandmother, she played a lot of great music around the house, a lot of blues and stuff. She was from Shreveport, Louisiana. So she really instilled a Southern fear in me, but also great music. And I remember we had a conversation, and she was like, "Hey, like, what do you want to do?" And I was like, "I'm a kid." Like, I was like, "I want to skateboard." And she's like, "But like, what else do you want to do?" And we were talking about skating and stuff, and like we had tried tap dance at some point, but like it just didn't work out. I don't know, maybe it wasn't in line, but she was like, "You should try some music." So I thought about it for a while, and it took me like a couple years, and then I got into I played alto saxophone for a year, and they were just like, learn the scale. But I wanted to be an overachiever, and I was carrying that heavy old alto saxophone, walking like 3 to 4 miles from school. So I was like, I'm gonna get good. So I got my tone right and all that stuff, and I was aiming for the first chair spot in our jazz band that was at our school, which was like a whole bunch of seniors. But I was in like 10th grade, and I was like, nah, I want it. Like, but during that path, it kind of just brought me into looking back at like the rhythm section, and they were just having so much fun, and I was like, oh, okay, for sure. Like, I think I want to do that. I want to play drums. And so instead of aiming towards the alto saxophone section, I I targeted the drummer, and I was like, I'm gonna learn everything you're doing, because you're a senior, and you're not gonna have the time to be doing all this. So somebody's gonna have to do this, and it's gonna be me. So that's kind of how that all started, like in a smaller way. Another question you had asked was, how did I get this group?
Yeah, how did you find your people? How did you all come
Well,
together?
the original group that I play with, so Weldon, I've been playing with this guy for a while. We met, was it at the Lighthouse? Or was it somewhere else? Or I think I met you through Sam or something like that. I forget, but I'm grateful for it. So, well, so the original members, because I have like multiple members that are a part of this collective, just people that I trust and care about, and we have the same morals and stuff like that, and also passes the Abbey test. If they don't pass the Abbey test, they not playing with us. Like, like y'all better say hi, y'all better greet, y'all better be like, how's your day? It better be a conversation of worth. But it all kind of started with like my friend Isaac, who couldn't be here. He's doing like a gig right now. He's original member. He started playing bass with us because I've known him because I did Harmony Project, which is like a outreach program for school that got me into jazz. So like I ended up learning and playing a lot of jazz and playing like crazy standards through that. But he was in a sister branch, which was called Yola. And he was also a part of Harmony Project too. So they did like classical stuff, and I saw him around. I was like, yo, he's tight. He got an afro, like he's sick. Like he looks cool. He plays upright. And then we locked in later because we went to Los Angeles City College together, which is funny enough. That's where I met Ronnie too, which is crazy. Yeah. Hey, y'all see you? It's kind of bright up here, like our future and trajectory. But but that's also how I met Ronnie, which is funny enough because I grew up in Lamert and rehearsed and like took lessons at the Old World stage and stuff like that. Shout outs Cornell Fowler. He got me right. I sounded like a wet dog on drums until I got over there. But that's where he's from. He's been in Lamert a lot, but funny enough, I met him at LACC. I also met Mike at LACC. Funny enough, Abigail, she came to one of the recitals I think we were all doing. It was like a group of us, and Mike had his like super long hair, and like he was playing classical guitar. He's crazy. Like he started on classical guitar, but he was playing a showcase or like playing a set or like a song, and she was like, I don't know, there's something about him. I like him. You need to get him. And I was like, for sure. So then I got really close to him. We started vibing, and then met Wendell through Yola because he composed a lot for the orchestra for when we do the Walt Disney Concert Hall like annual concerts. So he did a lot of arranging and stuff for them. We met. Where is he? Oh, he's right there. The LA hat, yes sir. We met through a Converse ad we did. And then also Chris, he tries to beat me up one day, and And I was like, please don't beat me up. He was like, well, can you play music? And I was like, no. No, I'm just kidding. But Chris I met through Lamert as well. And we all just like rehearsed and stuff in front of Abby's house. And she was like, y'all should do something with this. And that kind of like solidified our bond together, if that answers your question.
It does. Thank you,
short way.
Abby, for fusing them together.
Thank you so much.
Incredible.
Y'all gotta give a round of applause to her. I'm so serious. Yeah.
That's great, and I'm glad you brought up Lamert. I wanna talk a little bit about jazz as a social practice, and the duty of artists to. I know we often hear that artists have the duty to reflect current times, but I also believe that they have to be engaged and present and participate in them. And there's something really serendipitous about our connection and our meeting point, which I didn't realize until I reached out to them. But during COVID lockdown 2020, Crenshaw Dairy hosted the Inglewood Community Fridge, organized by Juicewood and Vern Yancey. And I learned, that was before my time, but then I then learned after connecting with Don and Abby that y'all were running the Lamert Park Community Fridge at the same time. And so clearly, like, organizing and mutual aid and showing up for your community is a part of your practice. And I'm curious, how did y'all become involved in that, and what did you learn from that experience?
So full transparency, I only did heavy lifting. Like, I was like, okay, we're here, like, it's COVID, like, everyone's looking for something to do. But Abigail brought it to me like, hey, let's not be selfish, let's be selfless. And was like, hey, we should get involved with this community fridges thing. I would love to do that. She was like, but I just don't know where we should try to do this, like what neighborhood, needs to have this type of love and care. And it made me kind of think and sit back and like, okay, what community gave me love and care? And we were like, Lamert. So we all went to Lamert. Honestly, she big-brained and spearheaded all of it. I was just like, what do I have to lift? And like, like
Shout
if you
out
need
to
me
women
to, yeah,
one time.
exactly. Shout outs to women. So I can't take full credit on that. All I did was say location, beautiful. Like, also, I will help you try to keep sane while you're going through all this stuff, like packaging. And she was working hella hard. She works hard with everything. And I feel like just through that whole thing of community, it showed me the same morals that I've grown up with, which is just like, be nice, be respectful, and have intent. I feel like things only move when you have intent. Like, people can sniff it out when it's like fake or like disingenuine. It's one of those words.
You got it.
But not genuine. But yeah, so that's kind of how that started.
Cool, thank you. Kind of carrying on to that, so we did a pre-screening last week, and I was sharing with them some of my source material for this, and I turned to Blues People, of course, by Leroy Jones. And there's a quote in there where he says, "It seems possible to me that some kind of graph could be set up using samplings of Negro music proper to whatever moment of the Negro social history was selected, and that in each grouping of songs, a certain frequency of reference could pretty well determine his social, economic, and psychological states at that particular period." So in short, right, the music that we're making is a reflection of the times that we're living in. And so in thinking about jazz as storytelling and your practice as a storyteller, you debuted a song tonight that you wrote in reflection of the ICE raids and kidnappings that were happening this summer. And I'd love if you could share a little bit about your process and how you wrote that piece and how you come to tell a story, with no words, right? How are you identifying the sounds and the instruments and the roles of the instruments in these storytelling?
Well, it all kind of goes back into intent. I've been blessed to be around people who make music and talk and converse and like share love with a passion and intent. Like, every song Chris has ever written has like kicked my ass, excuse me. But it's beautiful and it's worth it on the other side. So during this type of, well, also Ronnie too. Ronnie makes crazy stuff. Like all these people make amazing things. Wendell makes amazing pieces, and it put some fire under me. And then I was kind of stuck with well, I'm like a sad boy at heart, so like I'll make sad songs with sad chords, and it's just like it's not cutting it right now. So I was trying to be more with the times, and it wasn't even like a structure thing. It was just like you see a lot of the stuff with like that's going on in Palestine and stuff like that, Free Palestine, and also just like the stuff happening in your own city. And it's like, I grew up in South Central. Like, I went to school with black, brown, Asian, what is this? Like, and I felt with the same thing with the whole Louis Armstrong, like, you can kind of only say so much. Yeah. But I felt like I had to say something. And I was just infuriated. Because it's just like, if you really did the history, you would know that this, like, it's not Los Angeles, it's Los Angeles. Like what? Like, do your history and know what's going on. It's just stuff like that that really infuriated me. It's just like, y'all got the proof of what is right and what is wrong, and you're still just kind of like pushing it away, and then also like breaking up families. Yeah. And sometimes you just hear melodies that pop up in your brain and can kind of help you, because we're not wordsmiths, so we have to think about sonic relevance. And so it was just like,
what is that?
Sonic relevance. Just trying to get notes and sounds to convey the message that you want to put out. Because there's a lot of power. There's like healing frequencies. There's so many things if you dive deep into sound and frequencies and vibrations. And it's just, this kind of called to me. It kind of felt like Jaws in a way. Like every time I was really pissed about everything I seen on Instagram, because I don't really watch the news. I feel like it's so watered down and biased. Everything I've seen just made me so mad. And every time I was upset with what was going on, there was like a certain rhythm and a certain frequency in my brain that like had to come out somehow. And it's not like I was like, oh, I need to make something for this. I feel like that's kind of like cheesy. To be like, hey, I need to make a song for that. And like, no, you don't. Like, if it speaks to you, yes. Like, do it. Like, there's a place. And I feel like as a musician, since I can't really be on the ground with people right now and like be out there and protest and stuff like that, which I give all the support to and I back that, I felt like through the power of music, you can also heal and say a lot. So I felt like there was something to be said, and it just kind of started off with that little melody, the do-do-do-do. It's kind of like ominous. Like if you play that slower, it's kind of scary and creepy. Or just like the cops, scary and creepy. But yeah, that's kind of how that started.
Thank you. The nerd in me really appreciates that answer. Okay, this next question is going to be the most Aquarius thing in the world, so bear with me while I get it out. Okay, so I look at this film in particular as a piece of time travel, right? So we're visiting an instrument, a place, and an experience that's really integral to our past and our ancestors, but it was equally important to the present day in the film, which is 1973, but it was still equally as important, right, to our present day today in 2025. We see drum and rhythm and music as our heartbeat, our communication, our code, our understanding. It's our cellular and spiritual makeup. It's how we feel in our bodies, right? And Tony even says, that's what the drum is, that's God. And I look at music as forever being a form of time travel. I look at how Willie Ruff is playing with time and the length of the scenes. A lot of the scenes were really, really long, but with very short cuts and edits. And also the footage and the sound were recorded at different times. And so that's part of why the editing showed up the way that it did. But I also look at time play as the primary connection point between jazz musicians and abolitionists, because we have to be living in a portal and doing this time travel exploration, right? We're imagining and building and actively trying to live in new worlds while we're here right now. Mm-hmm. Like that is the way that abolitionists have to think and move. And told you the Aquarius is going places. Okay, so so with all of that, I am just really curious in the way that musicians, jazz musicians, are playing with the idea of spontaneous composition, right? Like they're playing with time travel in motion as you're playing, as you're band leading, and I'm really curious as a drummer, as the timekeeper, as the band leader, like what is your relationship to time and time travel, and like how are you building worlds when you're on stage with your band?
I feel like the only way for you to be a jazz musician is to be in the moment. Like we play these standards all the time that were written so long ago, but they have the same roadmaps, they have the same chords, but you're bringing new ideas and new experiences into that every time. So like we could play So What, right? It's gonna sound kind of the same, but every solo is not gonna be the same. One day you're gonna be mad, one day you're gonna be sad, one day you're in love, one day you're just like, I'm playing one note and I'm gonna sit back. And I feel like in terms of time, like you have to be within your time and learn how to like stretch and manipulate the time as well. I mean, for me, as you can see in the song that I wrote, that song is in, do we have musicians here? Okay. So it's like, there's 6 beats in every measure. So if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's the whole form of my song. That's like the pulse. In that, I'm finding different ways to manipulate the time just based on how I'm feeling. Because when I first wrote it, I was like, okay, I'm gonna stay within these guidelines. There's gonna be 2 sections. One's gonna be in 6, the other I'm gonna set it up and be 3 and 3. Or, actually I'm gonna swap it. I'm gonna do that in 4. It's gonna make it feel like it's 4. I feel like as a drummer, you have to, drummer and musician, you have to make use of the time that you have and learn to accept it and manipulate it carefully, but also with conviction. I feel like that's just kind of with anything. It's kind of like you have to be a chef with music. Because it's like you have these spices, you have these things, but it's like you could either make the same sandwich or add something else to the sandwich, or like accept the sandwich for what it is, but still accept that you can add on to the sandwich and like help that grow somehow. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, I'm laughing because I'm like, I really appreciate a good sandwich, so I like that analogy.
No, that's valid.
Like, there's a real art to making a good sandwich, so I appreciate that so much.
You gotta go to Fat Sal's after this.
Listen, it's real. Okay, this is my last question, but just to bring it back to Willie Ruff, and I want to share a little bit of an anecdote. Also, Willie Ruff has a really amazing autobiography. Oh, congratulations!
Congrats! Yeah. Woo woo woo!
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
So I mentioned in the introduction that in 1972, Willie Ruff produced this event called the Conservatory Without Walls, and he invited literally every living jazz person that was alive still to participate. And I just wanted to share a little excerpt that he wrote in his autobiography, and then I have a question that goes a part of it. But in true fashion, because it was a bunch of black folks gathering, there was a bomb threat. where they were performing at Yale University. And so he says, a bomb threat happened, and while everyone else cleared out, Mingus stayed on stage and continued playing. And he said to the cops, "You all get Duke, Noble Sissy, Harry Carney, and all of my musical forebears out of here. I'm staying. I'm not moving. Do you understand? I'm staying right here. I've got to die sometimes, and it ain't ever gonna get better than right now. Racism planted that bomb, but racism ain't strong enough to kill the music. And if I die, I'm ready, but I'm going out playing Sophisticated Lady." And then Ruff reflects on that, and he says, "Mingus's indomitable spirit rained on the old devil's hellfire and completely diffused the ugly trick." So, you know, just a testament that they were really about that life, and I love that. But my question to you is, if you were to organize a conservatory without walls today, who are some of the musicians that you would invite to participate?
Is there a number? Like, is there a limit?
No.
Oh, wait, you said alive or dead? Oh, they said, like, all alive or dead. Like, do I have the option?
Oh, I mean, that's cool. You could do a little blend, but mostly living. And then you get like three honorable mentions.
Okay, that's valid.
holographic,
Okay.
you know.
When you said holographic, I thought about the Tupac at Coachella thing. That was crazy. I forgot about that. That might have, like, put a timestamp on me. Okay. Everybody that's in my collective. So, Mike, you're coming. Chris, you're there. Weldon's there. Wendell's there, too. Ronnie, Tatiana's there, too, when she's not traveling. The homie Isaac Green. We're just going to be giggling the whole time. I would also like my friend Fahim. He's great.
What's he play?
Plays guitar. He's a really nice guy. I've known him for so long. And we've been in, like, countless groups. And he's the funniest person. Like, he's the funniest person. I mean, like, yeah, he's great on guitar, but, like, he's funny and great.
Love that.
And, like, that's why I love all these people. They're all funny and great at what they do. I would also invite people like Keon Harold, because y'all could clap. If y'all know who he is, y'all could clap. See, that's the part of jazz. Like, you participate, too. It's not just me. He's been, like, a great mentor of mine, just, like, in life. And, like, he calls me for gigs sometimes, and I'm grateful. I would also say another big mentor, Jonathan Penton. He plays the same instrument as me.
That's fine.
But I'm going to still bring him, even though he might show me up. But it's okay. That's my guy. Jonathan Penton for sure.
Let's say like 3 more.
3 more? Are these the ones that have to be not on Earth right now?
Whatever you want.
Okay. Well, I'll do one that is Herbie Hancock. He better pull up. I would love that. I would love to just be in any room with him so we could talk about stick shift cars all day. And and he could just melt my brain with everything he's playing on keys. I'm also pretty sure Wendell would enjoy that too, because we would all be in the same. And we eat like Wingstop if he could do that. I don't know. Tony for sure. And dang. Let me see. Hey, okay, this one's kind of crazy. So as a drummer, I still love saxophone.
Yeah.
So like I would be picking all these crazy songs for us to play because I am in love with saxophone. I still shed here and there. Don't call me for a gig, but I mean, if you want to, go ahead. But I'll be shedding. So I think for this one, as the last person, I would say Joe Henderson.
Nice.
Because, yo, like, Joe Henderson, like, imagine him being in the same room with me, or, like, we're in the same, I'm envisioning all these people on a plot of land, like, in, like, a castle in, like, London or something. And we just got all our stuff set up. And we could either play or talk or hang. And they do have Wingstop in London somehow. But
Not sponsored.
yeah, not sponsored at all. Sorry. The place that sells chicken. We're not gonna say their name anymore, but those would be my people. Yeah.
I love that.
Wait, I have a question for you then.
Oh, okay.
If you had to pick, because I don't want to like assume
Okay.
like what your knowledge is of musicians,
Okay.
but if you, I guess, no, in your art form and in your craft, who would you pick? Like it could be writers, directors, like whomever, poets.
Okay. It's gonna be multidisciplinary. That word messes me up. It's been a long day. It's gonna be a
like
lot of different genres of humans in my conservatory without walls. Okay. I think obviously right now I'm very obsessed with Tony, so he would be invited.
Yeah.
I would selfishly, so part of why I picked this film to do on this night is because I don't know if anybody else here is a transplant, but part of like being a transplant is you think you have to leave your city to make it. And I'm in this exploratory phase of realizing that like you don't actually have to do that. And Willie Ruff like was in New Haven making this film, and I think that's so important. So I would actually call Willie back and call back my great uncle Reggie and be in practice with them. Right now, I'm very obsessed with Sonny Rollins. Yeah. And I just finished reading his notebooks, and he was a weird dude. And I really, really, really like that about him.
Yeah.
Who else would be there? I really love and respect June Jordan, and I would want June Jordan in the room.
Okay.
I think as I'm understanding what it means to be like a leader in a community setting, I really look to her, so I would want her to be present. Present day, I love Saul Williams. He's always been one of my favorite poets. I would invite Saul Williams in the room. And curveball, but because I am also an emo girl at heart, I'm really obsessed with the Smiths right now, and I know Morrissey is an asshole, but I would really want Morrissey in the room and see what happens.
Yeah. That's a vibe. Yeah.
And then Alvin Ailey. Okay. Now I'm done.
That's crazy.
Cool.
Can I be invited?
I thank you for entertaining my questions. I did want to see if anybody in the crowd just wanted to share a reflection. This is the first time that this film has been shown in Los Angeles, which is really exciting. But no pressure, but if anybody did want to have a reflection, I welcome it. And then if not, we will just be done.
I mean, the language of music, the master drummer, the African master drummer, and Tony Williams playing together, and then the three drummers, they're just seamless. You don't know where one ends and the other starts. And then they didn't even speak to each other. I mean, that just speaks volumes for me.
That's true. It's crazy how you can play drums and you can speak through music. Like, there's so many language barriers, but like music is the most, sounds like bilingual, but it's the most universal language. Like, everybody understands music. Everybody. Whether it's through vibration or sound. Like, it's crazy.
Even the people that don't understand music.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can you say that one more time?
I was just saying, even people that don't understand music understand music.
Exactly.
Because it is a earthly, bodily thing.
Exactly.
Everybody has a rhythm. It may be 3/4, it may be 2/3, it may be 6/8, but still, it's still on a rhythm.
Exactly. Yes, sir.
I've been a musician a long time.
Hey, I love it.
I thought it was cool how spiritual it can be, and how they like express that through the drums, and like they didn't use any words to express, and that you can use the drums to express what words can, or like, I guess express a proverb, like you said in the beginning. That was pretty cool, even though I didn't understand it, but like, it's pretty cool.
No, honestly, that's a beautiful part. It was like a part where it stood out, and he was like, hey, like, I'm here with all these spirits. I'm about to say a prayer. And you heard no prayer. It was through the drums. Like, that's so beautiful. Like, there's so much history in that. I'm going to stop talking. You got it.
An extremely advanced and powerful indigenous technology, the drum, spiritual.
Oh, you were wonderful tonight, by the way. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't do it alone.
Yeah, everybody. Thank you so much. And the film was so beautiful. It was my first time seeing that. I love the conversation that they were having, between the drums. And I was wondering, as a drummer, contemporary, in the year that we live in, do you think it's time for a continuation of that sort of, Africa has so much that it's given and continues to give musically. I'm wondering if you think that you would be able to want to contribute to in the same way that this film has.
I would love to. I'd try my best, like, every time I sit down on the drums, to try to channel some type of spirit. Because at the end of the day, it's not about me, it's about the music. And that's my main objective every time, is take care of the music. Like, I'm not trying to showboat or, look at me. Like, nah, it's like what I'm doing is called for. Like, I feel like it's not even me playing drums most of the time.
Yeah.
So I try my best.
Yeah.
I try my best to take care of that and try to add a little bit of something to the history.
Certainly. That's what I'm saying. Let's get a budget together and send you over there,
Hey, collective? The collective going to Africa,
Let's get the
bro?
collective over there, yeah.
Woo! Hey, let's do that. ASAP. Yes, sir. Woo. I love it. Hey, from one drummer to another. Yes, sir. I love that.
Well, thank you all. Thank you all so much. Thank you for sticking with us tonight. And we hope we'll see you soon. Thank you, LACMA. Thank you, Matazi. Thank you, Don Brown Collective and Crenshaw Dairy Mart.